we're going to break down a whole philosophy for how to actually do it successfully. I mean, it's the big question, right? Why is it so hard? If you've ever just felt totally lost in a sea of ghosting and mixed signals and just pure burnout, you are definitely not alone. The whole thing can feel like it's designed to drive you crazy. But what if the secret to navigating it all isn't about finding the right person, but about getting the relationship with yourself right first? So here's the game plan. We're going to start with what I call the dating paradox, because you got to understand the real problem before you can fix it. Then we'll build out the one foundation you absolutely have to have, self-love. From there, we'll jump into 3 solid rules you can actually use before we wrap it all up by looking at this whole journey as a long game. Okay, so here it is, the big paradox. Dating feels like it's all about finding someone else, but your success almost 100% depends on the relationship you have with you. It's a paradox because we get so fixated on them. What are they thinking? Do they like me? What do they want? That we totally forget that the most important person in this whole equation is us. And that leads us right to the bedrock of this whole thing, self-love. Honestly, this is the part I really wish someone had explained to me years ago. This isn't just some fluffy, feel-good idea. It is the most practical, strategic tool you've got. The single most important relationship you will ever work on for your dating life is the one with yourself. So let's talk about what that really looks like. Now, what's really crucial here is that adequate self-love has nothing to do with being arrogant. It's about being your own best advocate, you know? Like if someone cancels a date last minute with some lame excuse, the self-loving voice doesn't wonder, oh no, what did I do wrong? It thinks, my time is valuable and that's not cool. See the difference? That's being on your own side. And when you build this foundation, you basically unlock superpowers. I'm serious. You get better discernment, like a finely tuned radar for who's genuinely kind versus who just seems nice. You build a much stronger sense of self-worth, so you're not just hoping for good treatment, you actually expect it. And so importantly, you build resilience. Rejection stops feeling like this horrible verdict on you, and it just becomes data, just a sign that, hey, we weren't a good fit. So, once that foundation is in place, we get to our very first rule. You have to trust your gut. This is self-love in action. It's about learning to listen to that quiet little voice deep down that knows when something's off, and then having the guts to actually do something about it. And it really starts with this simple stuff. You know, if their way of communicating constantly leaves you feeling anxious and unimportant, that's a signal. Your peace is worth something. The self-respecting move, it's to walk away. This one is 100% non-negotiable. Let me be really clear. Your emotional safety is priority number 1. Any interaction that leaves you feeling small or ashamed or scared, that is a massive red flag. You don't try to figure it out. You don't make excuses for them. You just walk away. Period. And this might be the hardest one of all. You could be on a date with someone who seems perfect. Your friends think they're great, they have a good job, they check all the boxes on your list, but there's just this nagging feeling you can't shake. That's your intuition. And it's picking up on 1,000 little things your conscious mind has totally missed. It knows. You have to listen to it. You have to walk away. Now, trusting your gut flows right into our second rule, which is know your worth. And this isn't just about feeling confident. It's about totally rewiring your brain to reject that scarcity mindset that trips so many of us up. See, the scarcity mindset creates panic. It's that little voice that whispers, there's no one good left, or this might be your last chance. And that's what makes us settle. But the self-worth mindset, it knows the world is huge, it's always changing. The perfect person for you could literally be moving in down the hall tomorrow. There's no cosmic deadline here. The only thing that matters is finding the right fit, not just grabbing any fit. I love this metaphor because it just changes everything. When you think about dating this way, being selective is no longer about being fussy or picky. It's about being a responsible hiring manager. I mean, you're looking for a partner for the most important venture of your life. Of course you're going to have high standards. Of course you're going to take your time. And this right here is the absolute heart of knowing your worth. Real interest, real enthusiasm, it's either there or it's not. Let me say that again. It is either there or it isn't. Your job is not to convince someone or persuade them or audition for their affection. Your job is to find someone whose affection is given freely and happily. Okay, so we have our foundation of self-love. We've got our mindset of self-worth. Rule number 3 is about the nitty-gritty. This is your practical playbook for managing the day-to-day journey without losing your mind. All right, let's run through these because every single one is a game changer. 1.
State your wants early. This isn't about being demanding, it's about being clear. Just saying, hey, I'm dating with the hope of finding a long-term relationship saves everyone a ton of time. 2, let physical intimacy come after an emotional connection is built. This protects your heart. 3, take regular breaks. Dating is draining. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You have to recharge. 4, find a kind friend. And I mean a really kind friend. Someone who's going to tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear. And finally, number 5, actively, consciously depersonalize rejection. See it as data. Okay, not a match. Good to know. On to the next. It is not a reflection of your value.
And that brings us to the conclusion, the big picture. All of these rules, this whole way of thinking, it's all designed to help you play the long game. This isn't about getting a bunch of dates next week. It's about getting to the right destination with your heart and your spirit totally intact. I just want you to think about this number for a second. Just 1. Because at the end of the day, that's the entire goal. You are not trying to be popular. You are not trying to fill a bus with maybes. You are searching for one person to fill one single, very important chair in your life. And that perspective, it makes the patience make sense. It makes the high standards feel necessary. It makes all the no's completely worth it because you're holding out for that one right yes. And this right here is the ultimate expression of self-love. It's a tough idea to swallow at first, but it is so liberating when you get it. A life where you are happily single, full of potential, that is infinitely better than a partnership filled with compromise and quiet resentment. Being alone is not the problem we need to solve. Settling for the wrong person is. So if you're out there right now and you're feeling discouraged by all this, please hold on to this thought. How long this search takes has absolutely zero to do with how worthy you are of love. It's just the search. You are not unlovable. You just haven't found the right love yet. And when you come from that place of strength, you'll be ready for it when it shows up.